famous Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We're having some technical difficulties today, which is getting a little annoying, but we'll make it work. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out, and we'll get on the mission at hand, which is our Dragon of Icespire Peak campaign. Sorry we missed all of you last week as we were having technical difficulties then too, but we managed to still have a little bit of fun while we were at it. And so before we jump into all of that for a recap, I just want to remind everybody we have our Oracle of War Eberron campaign on Friday and our Strixhaven College of Chaos adventure on Saturday. Alright, let's jump over. Hey look, my background decided to show up. That's good. That's a good sign. Alright, one less thing I have to worry about. Now if I could just get music going, we'd be doing good to go. Alright. Hey, look at that! I push buttons and it works. Okay, well, so when we last left off with our streamed campaign part of this, our adventuring party had encountered the dragon and some of the breath weapon things associated with the dragon, but they all survived. Took a little bit, but they survived nonetheless. Then went back to Phandalin, where they went and decided to go to the look into, I should say, the rumored and quest. Well, you know, this was the rumored and export item of a burrow that had a supposed weapon that might aid in their fight against the dragon. After taking it under some advisement and venturing off in the direction of Neverwinter, our adventuring party encountered a centaur, which led them to a burrow that had some interesting floating lights that the centaur was very worried about. And upon dealing with that, our adventuring party ventured into, or after realizing that the burrow was in the shape of what looked to be a dragon, this was probably the place they were looking for, they actually found an entrance into the burrow, and that is where we are picking up from. So we find ourselves in the dragon burrow, specifically, well, now you can see the outline of said dragon, specifically with one of my favorite things having occurred, which was the fact that they managed to split the party. Early split the party, even. As they went venturing off in two different directions to explore and proceeded to have two of them fall into separate pit traps. So, alright, with that, it is all yours. Cause?
Cool. Alright. So just a quick reminder, you guys are down here. The ceilings here are about 8 feet and flat. You're looking at kind of a combination of stone and packed earth base here. There were no light sources until you filed out of the stairs, got down, and found some light peeking around the corner. Let's see. Orion and Rohis had kind of followed one of those light sources that disappeared as you guys got that close. Moved further into that room. Sayers, you noticed something very, very similar right before you fell into the pit trap. And any other details that we need to go over?
Orion is
it's a little damp.
Climbed on the wall.
Yep, it's a little damp.
There was bones
and earthy
that were
in here.
moving
Yep.
around that Orion found.
This entire space is damp and earthy, and yes, you are right, Rohis. As we kind of left off last session, you had cleared a pit, and you kind of landed on the other side of it to see these bones swirling, and Orion trying to like freeze them as they started to form, get jarred apart, and reform. What are y'all doing?
So is it dead again?
Has said we should probably join everybody else.
I think that's a good idea. You alright?
There's a little bit of damage, a scratch or two. I'll be okay.
Alright. Never seen anybody wiggle like that when they're thrown into a pit.
Orion, are you still impeding the progress of these bones forming up, or what are you?
Yeah, trying to keep them from coming back to life.
Okay. You and Rohis see that these bones continue to try and like reanimate. Both of you give me nature checks.
While that's going on, can I use my pull of collapsing to just literally pole vault across kind of the trap here?
Yeah, you can. That's a clever way to do it. So no DC required. You're able to easily do it. You're dexterous enough, being a rogue. Okay. You both know that this the skeletal structure of this creature is one found commonly in most towns and settlements. Looks like these are the bones of a horse. Now, do they normally swirl around like this? No. Enough of it is forming but about 9/10 of this skeletal horse is put together. But Orion is definitely managing to keep a couple of the legs from forming, preventing it from standing up. But yeah, it looks like you got 9/10 of an undead horse staring back up at you.
I'll blast it a few more times.
Okay. While you're doing this, let's see. Umo, it is dark down here. There were some light sources. They disappeared from the south and the west sides as your party members went in those directions. There is a very dim light source coming from, I'll ping it over here, on the right side of the map. And someone may have a flame tongue weapon out and on. I'm not sure.
Nope, I doused it before we came down to help scouts.
Okay.
I can
Does
do,
anybody else have any passive light sources?
I can do Eyes of Night for everybody.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
There's only one of us that can't see in the dark. I think it's just Umo.
All right. Sares, you see a skeletal horse being played with. Looks like Orion's having fun. Let's see. As you all kind of take time to watch this strange undead phenomenon seemingly being halted, there's not a lot else to notice in this room from where you're at.
We're trying to destroy that pile of bones there, Orion. Help.
Yeah, just trying to keep it from coming fully back to life. Figure we can kill it again. Be one less thing to deal with.
Yeah, and if you were attacking to do damage, you can certainly do that. I think we were using the freezing aspect of it, but yeah, you are preventing this from fully reanimating. But it is taking your full concentration. You're not really able to look anywhere else around as you do this.
I wonder if maybe with fire, you say? I don't know if you're trying to destroy it or not, but
I'm doing both. I'm slowing it down and damaging it.
Well, then I will help, and I will. What? Is it directly in front of Orion? Where?
Yeah,
Something in
it
the
is
corner.
kind of in here-ish. Yeah, okay, so you guys just give me some attack rolls. If you guys are actively trying to damage it. We'll say 2 each. That hits.
No
That
fire
hits.
damage. No fire damage for mine.
Okay, and right, because you have 3 attacks per turn. And some okay. Let's see. The psychic damage doesn't do anything, Sayers, you notice.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be particularly effective in this instance. But you only notice that in a split second before your fellows light this thing up. The bones stop trying to form together, and you're left with a pile of icy bones. So,
It was a horse, though, right?
Was undead? It needed to be dispatched.
Was it? It's a skeletal, though, horse.
It looked like it to me.
Not anymore.
I'm taking the skull.
Would you want a skull that might animate?
Mom would like it.
It would
You
be
know,
the
gesture
first
to
choice
the-
you had.
And he'll gesture to the skull he's got on his belt. And no, it wouldn't be the first one she's got. She's got plenty.
Specifically
Oh.
when animated, I mean.
One has their own little things they like to collect. It is all yours. I need a skull hanging from my wrist. Show what I can do.
Whenever we did come down here, she'd always take me to dig sites and we'd find the best looking skulls. Then I would take this one back to her.
Your loving son, I'm sure will appreciate it.
I'm gonna tie it around my back.
Anything else in there? This is a tomb for a hero.
Anything else then? Stairs, I did not see you sneak up behind us. How are you, my friend?
Doing well. This is unusual. A skeletal, floating-ish forming horse. Not something I'd see back home, that's for sure.
I
I
could
do
say
not
the
appear
same.
to be alone. There are floating lights down here, bones that like to move. I do not think we're alone. Undead that greeted us at the top.
It looked to me like there might have been some sarcophagi in the room off to the west. I think we should inspect there. We're looking for a sword. It might have been buried with that hero. Or could be, deadly. There's a pit though, so watch your step.
Or anything else in this room if we look down this, go down this little eastern door.
So those of you in the room, now that you're no longer looking in the opposite direction of this, and now that Sayers has come in the room, yeah, you do a final sweep and visually are able to easily see here in this corner. It looks like there is a opening over here. It's only about 2 feet wide, so the map makes it look a lot smaller than it really is. But this is something that you could squeeze through. It looks a lot more rough and tumble than, everything else here is packed earth. This looks a little looser. You could squeeze through it, or you could not.
No, that is a little tight for me. Stairs, you're pretty good in small areas. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I got to put on the small armor, but I can make myself into a gnome or something. I should be able to fit in there.
And you see it goes about 10 feet before turning left.
And I'll just kind of yell back to the party. There's no need for me to use psychic whispers or anything.
Well, do you want me to tie a rope to your foot in case you get stuck in there? I can pull you out.
Are you taking the time to change and put the other armor on?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna take a while for you to do that. So
The rest of the party can do things while we're...
Yep.
So what kind of armor do you normally have, Sayers?
I have leather armor, but I have
Okay.
one size for small races that I switch in and out of if I make myself a smaller race.
Right, and leather or light armor is an action to take off and another action to put them on, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just a matter of while they're doing that, if others want to do other first.
Right. So you're able to do that. Royce, are you tying some rope around him or anything like that?
If he wishes, it never hurts to have a safety line.
Sure. I'll tie it around my ankle or something.
All right. You've got dark vision, so we'll say you do that while let's see. Umo, you start to kind of look down this way, and you see like a kind of a pulsing light, but it seems to not be very constant. Let's see.
Mike.
Sleek, what are you doing? Do we have a quiet coop tonight?
I don't know if he's
not
made it
here
in
yet.
yet. Oh, yeah, he's in Discord. I just don't know if he's enrolled yet.
Yep, he's a quiet coop tonight.
Yep.
Okay. Just let us know through chat what you want to do there. We'll go back to Umo. Yeah, so you, let me reveal a little bit more of the map so you can see what you, see from there. It is lit over here. There is some light kind of coming from around the corner.
I cautiously continue, just my curiosity.
Okay. Cautiously stealth, or...
Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, what does cautiously mean?
Like, just not lumbering forward, like, kind of stepping slowly.
Okay, gotcha.
Like kind of hunched over, just kind of looking.
Alright, give me a perception check as you're trying to be careful. You're looking around. Sayers, you're able to kind of scoot forward a little bit. You see that extra space.
Okay.
You just see that the tunnel continues to turn. It's dark in here. It's damp. As you get to that point, I'll reveal the next section you see and then go back to Umo. Alright, with a 22 perception. Ooh, our barbarian. Okay. Yeah, so with that, Umo, you get about this much. You see the path ahead. It gives you 2 right turns to go, and the light seems to be brighter from the first turn. You don't notice anything on the ground or in the walls that looks dangerous.
If you guys can see me, I would have the back of my shell up against the wall, and I'm kind of sidling over, just kind of looking over my shoulder and walking. I get about right there, and I kind of look around the corner.
Around the corner, so you get that much, and there is a yellow floating orb here.
Right there?
At the very bottom where I'm pinging.
Okay.
That is the light source. Let's see. Has it noticed yet?
With that,
Yeah,
I will
it's
run
noticed you.
run back. Oh, can I move, or?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna run back like full speed, lumbering, not even quiet, to sleep.
Okay. The second you do that, the light goes out in this room. Sayers, as you... Okay, let me show you what you see there. Okay. Alright, so Sayers, you make it through this section, however, there is a click sound, and you cannot see any further because the space with a rumble starts to collapse.
Oh,
Yeah. Give me a dex.
A dexterity save?
Yes.
Or a dexterity check?
We're gonna do save. Okay, yeah. You kind of hop back a little bit and find an open pocket here, but it looks like both sides have caved. You're gonna take half of this, so just 3 damage as you're able to back out of it. But you are kind of trapped in this space. There is rubble all around you, and you are suffocating.
I'm suffocating.
Yes, it was very loud, so everyone else in the group. Umo, as you were running back, not quietly, you hear this crash. Rohis, you notice that the rope quickly goes taut, loosens, and then as you try and pull, there's a lot of resistance too. We'll just say that you're 5 feet buried on the side with loose dirt.
And I would have heard the
Oh yeah, you all hear
cave
it.
in for sure.
Yeah, you know exactly where it came from.
If I yelled from this point, would I at least Rohis be able to hear me?
I don't know. You could try.
All right, I'll just yell collapse on both sides. I'm not far away.
Okay. Rohis, you hear shouting. It's tough to make out what it's being said. Orion, you hear this as well.
Call for the others. I think he is trapped in there. I heard a lot of noise, and the rope is now tight. I can't pull on him.
Does somebody yell for us? I don't know. Did we hear anything?
Yeah, this was very, very loud.
All right.
A thunder wave.
All right, I'm gonna shout back. Is it got? I look at Umo. Umo, what was over there?
I saw a light. I saw a light. There's a light over there. And I start pointing and hopping a little bit. And I think I fart.
Hesed
Yeah.
sprints.
Don't
Try to
go
get
into the
inside.
light.
Hesed sprints down to this area, thinking that it might connect. So, since we heard it from both sides, yes, the collapse.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what was
I don't
happening
wanna-
to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in here, weapon drawn.
So let me get you what you all can see as you look for your friend.
Yep.
Hey, Ops,
So-
guess what they did again?
We made it hard for the cleric.
So as you all enter this room, there are 2 sealed stone sarcophagi resting in alcoves dug in the south wall. I know that's not what you care about at the moment, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Each sarcophagus looks pretty ornate. It's made out of stone instead of the packed earth that's around here. And you can see fully, again, this is a 2-foot wide space. You can see all the way down it. It has to, from your viewpoint, it curves to the right. We're saying that the space immediately left and right of stairs is what we lived in.
I have a weird question.
Give me a con save. Go ahead.
If I summon Beast and summon like a badger, could it burrow to him?
You could try.
I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna summon as big a badger as I can summon, and I think they're size small. So, and see if I can get it to burrow to just open up an air path to Sarah's.
Okay. So what spell is this?
Summon Beast.
Okay. Does Summon Beast have a burrow speed?
I don't think so. So I don't know if it's possible. Like if I don't think it's possible, then we'll do it.
Okay. So
I think it has a
you
land
can
speed.
get your
so,
small creature to. So. Okay. So you think about if you want to do that. We're gonna go to Rohis and see what
Sure.
Rohis is doing on that side, and then you'll let me know when we come back to you.
I'll yell in, Saz, are you okay? I cannot pull on the rope. I'll yell as loud as I can since I heard
Seriously,
the muffled
you can
scream.
hear muffled yelling, and you can tell it came from the direction you came from.
But I can't make out what anyone's saying.
Yeah, you are currently blinded and restrained.
Okay.
And let me check your con save here. Okay, I must have missed it. Give me a con save, please, sir. Okay, cool. You're running out of air, but you're doing your best. You managed to grab a lungful before the clap, so you're actively choking.
Can I try to climb in cautiously? Because I know there was a cave in farther in.
Yeah, you can get all the way to here.
I'm in stud leather, so I didn't have to take my armor off.
Yeah, it's tight. You couldn't swing in here.
Right.
So these rocks that are collapsed on either side of me, do they go all the way up to the ceiling?
It's not rocks. It's just dirt.
Okay.
So you could dig through it. There's not currently a hole. You could certainly work to make one. Keep in mind, from your position, you might be kicking up more dust into your limited air supplies.
Yeah, I'm not tall enough to maybe get to the top of the ceiling right now.
Yeah, Rohis, you can see that there's a blocked earth space in front of you.
I will start digging cautiously to try not to create more cave in, but to try and at least get a air pocket so I can at least get some air to them and communicate.
Okay. Well, Ops, I don't think you know exactly what's going on unless they've been shouting details, because I haven't seen you go into either. Did someone shout out? You heard the sound that there was a cave in, but you don't really know much about taking damage. Let's see. Okay, Rohis, are you using any type of tool to do this excavation?
Before I climbed in there, I would have looked through my bag. I don't really have any.
Then
nope, I would probably just pull one of my daggers to help in the dirt, but that's about all I got.
Gotcha. All right, give me a athletics check as you are trying to perform some labor over a period of minutes. What pace are you going?
Really steady. I mean, I want to get it open quick before he, because he needs to get some air.
Okay.
As I can, but.
Well, technically, you only know that it's collapsed on one side.
But we can't hear him, and that's
right.
kind of unsettling to me.
How thick is that dirt clod? Because I have that in my inventory, and there's nothing in it, but it's a tube.
Boy, can I use Ashy and re-roll that?
Yeah, always. You have a map scroll too. What would you be?
No, it's an empty case, but it's a tube.
For oxygen? Is that what you're talking
about? Like how thick is that dirt? Could I just shove
You're kind
that
of
in there?
restrained at this point. Like, you
okay.
were in the middle of a cave-in.
How far in is the cave in here? Can I see all the way until it turns?
You can see all the way until it turns.
Okay. I don't know who the smallest is among us, but Sleek is stronger than I am. How big is Sleek?
Hey, Sleek, how tall are you?
It might be. What does Sleek weigh? Do you have a weight for Sleek? Hested's about 5'10", $170, so.
I want to point out the smallest one would be the one that's currently trapped.
Yeah, we know. We are aware, thank you. Getting another person trapped in there's 220.
Did you decide to summon your beast?
I'm gonna, because maybe he can dig. Like, I can give him, he can take any action during the turn, right? So I'm gonna send him down here and see if he can start making just a approximate gnome head height hole in the dirt. He doesn't. I don't think he needs a burrow speed to take the action to dig.
He does not.
So I'll do that.
Okay. Give me a strength check from your summon creature.
Sure. Yeah, look at that. Summon beast.
I got it.
Thank you.
Summon beast. Strength is 18, which is really good. So 20. 7 plus 4 is 11. And Sleek said I'll help. So if he's got advantage, I don't know if he does or not. But
So yeah, you guys can't fit in there together, but you are doing a shuttle system.
Sure.
So certainly.
Oh,
So
there's
the bear
20.
can roll again. And got a 15.
Hested, you will see there is a bestial spirit character sheet.
Oh, nice.
Alright, underneath your character sheet.
Oh, there it is. Alright, cool.
So, Rohis, as you've been trying to just dig an air pocket with your 15, you're able to do this within a matter of about 45 seconds. It's not a big air hole. Sears, you are no longer suffocated.
Okay. Whew.
You hear rustling from the other side of you. And, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I'll let Hested know that there's a collapse on both sides.
Okay.
I can't move. I can hopefully talk and he can hear through the hole.
So Rohis can hear you because that's the side where the hole's at.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
So Rohis, you get an okay from Sears, and it's about 40 seconds later that the two-person team of a bear and a dragonborn break open enough space for you to kind of you can crawl out after another minute or two.
Okay. So going this way, I'm guessing.
Yeah. As you kind of come out of here, you're a little worse for wear, but not too bad. All in all, you guys probably spent about 5 minutes on this, so some pretty good excavation to right there. But yeah.
Thank you all.
And Rohis, now there is truly nothing else in that.
I will attempt to jump over the pit again.
Okay. You good?
I will join up with my friends.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear Sarah's voice. I'm glad he is all right.
You all right, bro?
I have a quick question. If I make myself a smaller race, do I magically get rid of mass, or am I a gnome that weighs as much as a man?
No, you're a changeling. You become that size. And the height and weight.
Okay.
Unlike when Ops changes, where he is a furbolg that can appear to be 3 foot, he's still 7 foot something, and still weighs exactly. No, you are a changeling, therefore you actually become whatever you change to be.
Okay, thanks. Well, right now I'm about slightly over 2 feet tall. Is that what gnomes are? They're 2 feet in 5e?
You're the third of the changelings we happen to have on tables right now.
Popular,
It's because it's now playable race.
Yes, yeah.
Alright, so Orion, you were wisely staying out of most of that. What are you up to?
What are these again?
Those look like stone sarcophagi.
Pushing it open.
They are in alcoves, which are raised just a little bit.
Pushing it open.
Okay. Give me a strength check. You can give me athletics.
Cast guidance.
I heard a guidance. And...
You gotta be next to him to do that, Ops.
Well, I don't know. Okay, then I'm over here.
No, I mean, like, are you going over to where?
Yes, I will walk over to him.
Okay. Alright, I asked because it's important for this trap.
Well, that's ominous.
No, you're fine, Ops. We'll say that you were south of it. But let me just go ahead and do that. Yeah, so Orion, you are able to get your claws at a good leverage point and get this open. Unfortunately, it's not the fun kind of sarcophagi. So let's see. Can I get a Dex saving throw? You're looking for a 15. Okay. So as you open it up, there's kind of this spray of gas that comes out. So I guess billowing gas. And let's see, this is acid damage, 4d6. Okay. It's the exact average. Yeah. Just this acidic gas comes flowing out. It's just the damage, there's no poison component. Yeah, you absolutely can. As a reaction, you're able to cut that down. The coffer lid itself, you're able to push it and look in. There's some decayed leather in here, and some, the bones of a humanoid, but nothing else of note.
Back.
No, Ops. I'm saying that you went here to touch them, so you're good.
Drop down and scrape myself off.
Hey, maybe we should search the next one. Look over the stairs.
That's fine. I got it. Get over here.
Let's let the man do his job. Sayers,
I'm doing it fine. That's fine. I'm gonna claw this one open.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. Give
Just
me
shrug my shoulders and move and say, knock yourself out.
All right. Everybody moves around. Orion flexes a little bit, and then give me a athletics check to try and open this. Okay. You're not able to get it open. This one seems stuck.
I have an idea. I'm gonna slam my claws into it and use the acid I just absorbed to try to melt the lid.
Okay. Give me a melee attack plus your absorb elements damage against the stone coffer. Okay, you're definitely gonna hit. Okay. Let's see. It seems to be very resistant to your claws, but the acid seems to eat into it pretty good. It looks like if you did that maybe 15 more times, it might work.
Maybe
Post.
around the corner. Maybe Sayers should look at it for traps, and maybe we could get one of the big guys to open it when it's safe.
Fine. Sarah's come look at it.
I'll come look at it. Traps is a just straight perception check, right?
Well, your DM will tell you. So I'll let you do either perception or investigation. Either to notice the trap or to find the trap that you know is there and find the inner workings of it. Okay. There seems to be a seal between the coffer case and the lid that seems pressurized, and you know that this is an indication of a specific type of trap.
Okay, I'll let her know it's definitely trapped. Can I disarm it via a Thieves' Tools check, correct?
So your investigation result is giving you that this is a type of pressurized potential situation that you know could indicate a trap, likely does. But you know the trap of this nature, if it's pressurized, it means something's going to explode out of it. And it's not necessarily because there's a tripwire. So
Okay.
if you can tell me what you do with your Thieves' Tools to stop that, possible.
Wow. I'm not good at engineering in real life, so
what that basically means is these tools wouldn't really disarm something like that, but if you come up with a clever way to do it, sure. I'm trying to let you have it if you've come up with something.
All right, let me look at my inventory real quick, see if I have something that's kind of heavy.
Yeah, there's just not a keyhole, so to speak.
Hester goes, hey, you got a bag of holding?
I do.
Maybe if you can just pop it over the one part that we lift up first, the gas will feed into the bag.
Well, I mean, the gas happened before. Okay. I think they might do that. I was out of character-wise. I was thinking like pulling out something heavy and doing some type of Indiana Jones switch from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I like the bag of holding idea better. Is that doable?
You can certainly try.
I don't know if it'll damage the bag before you do it. Like, from inside, it's an extra dimensional space inside, would it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it would, just for that reason. I mean, I'm willing to try it.
Okay. So, walk me through what you're doing. You're holding that bag up?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of cover the pressurized area, so if anything's ejected from there, it goes into the bag of holding.
Okay. So the sarcophagus is 10 feet long and 5 feet wide.
So,
and your bag of holding
I could
opens.
cast Leomund's tiny hut over it.
Okay. And your bag of holding probably only opens to a width of about a foot. And it's one full lid, and you saw kind of what the other lid did when it came off. It's one piece, so there's not going to be a gap of the width of it.
Okay. Then I think Op's suggestion is probably a valid one.
And but then who's going to open it?
You could just blast it from a distance.
Not through the hut.
Who's
nothing
casting
can
the
get
huts
through the
and
hut.
standing inside with that thing?
There's a lot of work to just push a sarcophagus lid open.
Anybody got a crowbar?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Give me the crowbar. Ops. Cast the hut. I can absorb most of that damage myself with magic, and I'll just pop it open with a crowbar. It's gonna hurt, but it'll hurt me less than most everybody else. Assuming it's the same thing. Who knows?
Okay. Ops, you are casting Leomund's tiny hut. Okay. Is this as a ritual? Or are you...
I could do it as a ritual if we have time. I'd prefer to do it.
So the casting time is 1 minute. If you do it as a ritual, it's 11 minutes. And I assume that you can shrink the radius of this, because if you can, it's not going to fit here. Nope,
Well,
you can't do it
whoever's
here. The space is too small. The spell fails if the area included... Let's see. I don't think you can do it here if it doesn't fit in that space. But if someone else knows otherwise, tell me.
Well, if it's 6 of one that doesn't have the other ops, if you guys just get out of the room, if it's the same trap, I'll just eat it.
I would move out of the way of the radius. I can't seem to drag my token over. I keep
can't
dragging
move
the radius.
my character. I don't even know where he is.
We're going to say that the dome won't work because there's not enough space for it.
Yeah.
But you would know that about your spell. So, you know, Heston tells you that and you're able to pass that info along.
Alright, so what Heston's going to do in an effort to give himself a little assistance when the inevitable happens. First, we'll be like, guys, get into the other hallway. It might not be the same kind of trap. I don't want you to get caught in a blast. I'll let you know if I'm dead. I'm going to try to I'll put the crowbar in, like, at this end of the coffin, right? And then I'm going to wrench it from this side of the coffin, here. Okay, so, like, I'm trying to get just the corner up in the hopes that it will shoot whatever it is in a direction that I'm not standing in, as opposed to sort of like a general lift that explodes it all out in the same place. Does that make sense? That's what
Okay.
I'm trying to do. Just let me know what
Sure.
you need to do.
Sure. So you are trying to vent it towards your party?
No, ideally like in a straight line. You know what? Never mind. I'll do it over here,
Okay.
and then it'll vent hopefully to the corner there. But I'll try to lift up this corner of the box if I can.
Okay. So give me an athletics check. If you get a 15, you open.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a 20 or higher, then
Sure.
we'll say that works.
I'm gonna go high five ops if they'll give me guidance.
Yeah, I'll give you guidance
Sweet.
first, and then
Thanks.
leave the room.
All right, and here we go. I don't have a dash. I got a 6 and a 20 on the other one.
Oh, look at that.
That's too bad.
Okay.
So no, I probably didn't even open it.
So
Oh wait, the crowbar gives me advantage.
yeah,
it gives
it
me
does.
advantage. So I got a 20.
So yeah, you open it up, and the lid slides off. There is another spray of acid in this space. It sprays against the wall and kind of ricochets around here. Give me a. It doesn't go past you, and
Mhm.
it seems that the effect has been weakened. The amount of acid has been weakened.
Sure.
But go ahead and give me a dex save.
26.
Okay, so you will take half damage, and the damage itself was halved because of your clever, if questionable, sarcophagus lifting technique. So you take 1 damage. So some good planning.
Shake it up my hand. Is the crowbar still functional or is it effed?
Now give me a con save for your pet.
Oh, Jesus. It'll be hilarious if I break concentration on this.
And your crowbar is fine.
11. Woohoo!
Alright. You're able to look inside this. Yeah, it looks like some of the things that were just stored with this, just rotted in the worst way possible. There's bones. There's another humanoid figure here, respectfully placed, but there's clothing that's clearly deteriorated. Nothing of real value.
Alright. Yeah, nothing in this one. I'm gonna hand the crowbar back to the stairs. That worked. there's a few more of them in the other room.
Unorthodox, but it worked.
That's a hard pass.
Bruce over here. Come with me there.
You all are easy enough able to kind of fast travel over to the other side. Your friends have at least revealed up to here, where you all see a exposed pit trap with some swords on it. The angle here makes it a little more difficult to jump across, but anything that's athletics or acrobatics, we'll say 13 or higher, avoids the trap.
Who's got that pole?
I do. I'll toss it to you and
Yeah, I'll unfold it. I'll unfold it and I'll just poke this square here and see if this one's trapped as well. Poke it hard.
Okay. No need for a check. It looks like solid ground.
I think that one's good. I will parkour off the wall and try to get to the other side. Boop. With a 17.
No problem.
I am going to dig my claws into the wall and scale around it.
No problem.
Climbing speed.
I'm going to do what I did before and just kind of, it's at a weird angle, but hopefully kind of pole vault my way across.
I'll lower the DC for you. 10. Oh yeah, easily. Yep, you're easily able to make it across.
And if anyone needs the pole, I'll just toss it to them across the trap.
So any of the rest of you that are going across can do an acrobatics or an athletics check to get across with the same DCs. But those of you that are in this room, you see in this room there are 4 alcoves with 4 sarcophagi in alcoves, very similar to what you just saw in the other space. These tombs, these sarcophagi, actually have plates on each of them. The one to the party's north says Aleda, the sharpest sword. Umo, you look to the south, and the one right there says, Ein, the incorrigible know-it-all.
I just yell out, this one has words on it.
That's perceptive.
Common?
Yep, it's in common.
Okay, what about this one over here?
Okay. Orion, as you get to the end there, you see that the one to the north says Glanth, and her music will be missed. And to the south, Hested, the engraving on the plaque there says Puggle, the brightest light.
Oh, man.
The rumor was about a sword, so maybe it's up here in this one. We should be careful, though.
Yeah, Rohis, you barely make it.
Back away.
Does this one look trapped?
Give me perception or investigation.
I'm gonna hand Ops a rope, or throw a rope across to him to help him get across.
Okay, Ops, you can do this with advantage then. Okay, easily enough.
I'll take a look here, specifically seeing if it's the same type of trap as before. I'm specifically looking for that.
Okay. Orion, you do not see anything with this sarcophagus that indicates a pressurized trap of what you saw before, or anything else close to that. Go ahead and give me a roll, Stairs. Okay.
Well,
Stairs, you think that this looks trapped.
Okay. I'll let him know this one looks trapped. I do not think I can disarm it.
Hey, Sleek, did you see what I did with the other one?
I'll try to pop this one open.
Okay, give me a strength check. And you get a D4 because your guidance dispenser is helping. Okay. This one doesn't seem to budge.
And I will.
Sleek with a crowbar. Are you trying to open one there by you? Yeah, go ahead. Advantage. Because you got a crowbar. And just so everybody knows, you're getting like 2 attempts on each. Or 1 attempt with advantage. Well, unless you have a crowbar. So 2 people or 1 person with 1 person helping. Okay, 14 isn't enough, but your guidance dispenser is active. So go ahead and give me a D4, Sleep. Okay, you're able to pop this open here to the south. I need you to look inside, and you'll notice that there's a humanoid body here. However, and it's respectfully placed. There is, it looks like decayed cotton, but there is no skull on this skeleton.
Well, there we go.
Okay. Did I miss anybody opening or checking it?
I'm giving this one more chance.
Okay. This is the last chance anyone will get here, so go ahead. Otherwise, it'll seem to be just too stuck for you guys to get it. And you can have a D4 from Ops.
Could I help Orion?
You can. get there in time to help. Yeah. So the two of you
Strength?
work on it together.
I'll let Umo do it then.
All right. Umo, go ahead and do it at advantage. And you won't need it because you got guidance from Ops. So yeah, you're able to crack this open. It is not trapped. You look inside. There is a skeleton, respectfully placed. There's two odd things you notice here. There is no skull, but there is an instrument here that looks like it has been placed in the hands of this skeleton. It doesn't look like it's seen any signs of decay.
And I want to pick it up and get a closer look at it.
Okay, so you touch it?
Sure.
Okay, nothing bad happens. Yeah, so looks like a musical instrument here, and let me get some better details on it. Looks like so this is what you recognize to be a lute, and it's got some nice and fancy and elaborate etchings on it. Yeah.
I'll pluck a few strings.
Sure. Give us a performance check. And while you're doing that, let's see.
We'll grab
Miss anything anybody else was doing?
I'm gonna have Sleek help me with this one over here. This one's trapped, so I'll try to do the same thing with him.
Okay, I'm just Xing out the ones you guys have opened because I have short-term memory issues.
I'm like, hey, Sarah's releasing. I want to move.
Okay, yeah, as you're working on this, you're being serenaded by Orion, who, surprisingly proficient over there. Nothing keeps your mood up in a tomb like a power ballad.
You hear a lot of stuff like this from celestial beings in the outer planes. Lots of lutes, harps, flutes.
Sleek and I are going to try to open this one. I'll let Sleek lead it since he's got muscles. I'll give him advantage.
I'll back up to there.
Yeah, you guys would need to be in front of it. But yeah, I'll assume you guys move your tokens over in front. And okay, Sleek, give me open this with advantage. Athletics. Yeah, it's you open it a little too powerfully. Nothing sprays out at you, but you do see something strange in here. A skeleton without a skull. No other things of value here.
This one.
Anyone notice there's none of these people have skulls?
Yeah, I think we killed them on the way in.
Okay. I think someone already did one attempt on this one at the bottom. So just straight roll.
Well, he's got a crowbar.
Oh, yep. Then never mind. Give me advantage. Yeah, absolutely. With even more force than the previous one, Zeke, you're able to crack this tomb open. There is no spray of acid, although there is the hiss of decompressed air that you're kind of used to hearing at this point. There's two strange things here. There's a skeleton with no skull. But where the skull would be is a very thin, silver in color, but maybe not necessarily that material, necklace with a couple of beads on it. As an action, you can open up your awareness, presence of concentrated magic. Until you move your next turn, you know the location, Any spell or magic items within 60 feet behind total. You get a ping, a powerful ping from this necklace. Let's see. When you sense spell, you learn magic. Okay. Okay, it's not a spell, so you don't get a school of magic. But you are getting the sense that there is a school of magic involved in this. Well, actually, hold on. I'll give this to you. It's gonna take me a second, though. You always have to look this stuff up. Evocation. All right. So some of you are headed back. I'm gonna mark off that you guys check this.
Sleep see anything else when he used his sense? Get any other sense there was from the magic items within?
Yeah, actually, you got a ping from the lute that Orion is playing as he strolls through the tomb, and it gives off a magic school of illusion.
So this is where was? Can you ping for me where the horse bones were?
All right, Sleek, you pick that up. It's south of where you're at, Vesta.
All right. So they were at. Where were the bones before you hit them? Were they here? Were they here? Are they in the same spot?
Yeah, hang on. I'm on the wall here. They were right about here.
So, if it's not uncommon for heroes to be buried with their horses and their gear, so I'm gonna look around, just see what visually if there's any inconsistencies in the walls here, around, in the floor. Maybe there's a place. Maybe he was literally buried beneath his horse, right? And the horse is there to guard him. So I'm gonna look at the floor here. Maybe even dig at it a little bit.
You see what some of your fellows saw when they came in here before. Although now it's a little bit more destroyed. But there are leather scraps here. Decayed leather scraps. You can give me a perception or investigation check. And while you're doing that, Umo, as you went back and kind of came to the central area, you being the only one that's gone that far in that direction, you notice that in this place of packed earth, there is a stone depiction or mural or wall to the north in this circular front space. Hested, you notice that the decayed leather looks to be like cured and treated for waterproofing, even though some of it's decayed. I'll give you with that perception that you know that it's typically the type of leather that would go in metal.
Interesting. All right, but nothing else in here of worth.
Mostly, it's just a packed earth space. It actually looks like it may have caved in. May have originally been large, but
bigger,
this is all very settled.
No.
I'm gonna run to Rohis and tell him I found a picture.
Yeah, to elaborate, Umo, on what you're seeing up there, it's a stone wall. It is depicting a scene of a dragon facing off against a female champion and her party. You notice that there are 2 pressure plates in the wall, 12 feet apart. There is script on the door. There is a line at the top, and then 4 lines at kind of under the art of the dragon in the setting. The script at the top, you may or may not know the script it's in. But towards the middle, in common, the first two lines are 2 special keys are needed. Press not the plates conceded.
And are there keyholes, or do we see something where keys could be inserted?
Yeah, so you see these pressure plates that kind of look like. It doesn't look like a typical keyhole. It looks more like. I'm going to use a very basic example here. You know that toy for children where you put the square block in the square hole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well think that, except for if you put it in there and turn it based on the shape. So these are the pressure plates to the naked eye.
Heston kind of curses under his breath and says, "I'll be right back." And he goes back up to the top of the mound.
Now, I know some of you know Draconic, which I believe is Orion
So does Heston.
and Sleek and Heston as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the fourth line you can read. You instantly recognize it as Draconic. I don't know what other languages the rest of you know, but you can tell that the script at the top and the third line are in other languages.
No Elvish.
Okay, so you're able to read the third.
I know Sylvan.
I'll read it out loud so the rest of the group piece in this.
So
Celestial and Orcish.
So the line that you, Rohis, and Ops are able to translate says, "Stone need not be heeded." And let's see, let me go through. Okay. And that's what y'all know.
I'm gonna cruise up to the top of the mound and actually search the skulls we've killed to see if there's anything inside them.
Okay.
2 skulls are missing. I wonder if those might be the keys.
Yeah,
We need
that's
2
what-
keys.
Yeah, we fought a bunch of skulls, but I'm gonna see if any of them have anything inside the skulls. Like, I don't know, that's a weird random thought, but and if they don't, then there's no way for me to tell which skull belongs to which body. So unless it's got a name on it, I guess I'll bring him down with me.
Okay. That'll take you a bit of time to do, but so I'm gonna. So okay. So you run up to go do that.
Sure.
We'll come back to that. What are the rest of you doing?
Did we run into any other skulls as we were going through here? There's 2 missing.
I don't recall seeing any.
Any keys? Maybe we go back and search the sarcophagi maybe a little closer. Maybe there's something buried.
How about outside? Didn't we have some floating skulls there?
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, I think Hested
okay.
is checking those out. I'm gonna head back with Sleek and maybe help search these sarcophagi a little bit better.
Okay. Y'all did individual checks, so I'm not gonna make you or have you, and you wouldn't be able. You've already checked that room.
I didn't know if we actually like searched this. Like I thought we just looked at the bodies and way. They actually searched the insides.
I guess no one rolled an investigation check once they had it open. So if you'd like to pick one and check.
Check the top of the room. Sleek, you get the bottom.
Sure. Investigation or perception. Hested, give me a perception check to find the skulls. I may have you make a couple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sleek. You look into this open sarcophagus. There's the skeleton. You're able to kind of poke around in there, and you're pretty confident that there's nothing but bones. You don't see anything hidden inside the space either. Let's see, Rohis, what did you do yet?
I did a 17.
Okay, yeah. You as well find that very similar thing. Okay, and go ahead and give me, if you're checking the other ones, check those. Let's see. Hester, do you have advantage for this?
Nope.
Okay.
But they were pretty good.
Yeah. There's a lot of just kind of debris and stuff up here. You're able to find. Give me one more. There were 4 skulls. You're able to find one. You're able to find one.
Okay. Is there anything in it?
Anything in it.
Yeah.
This is the one that you knocked the jaw off of. So there's actually less in it than when you found it.
Was that me coming in and out?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Okay.
So there's. This is the skull that had its jaw knocked off. So it's got less in it than
Okay.
the others.
Yeah, great. So nothing. Alright, no worries. I'll go back down.
Okay. Are you taking the skull with you, or leaving it there?
I'm gonna leave it there. I think it was a silly idea.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So, Rohis, you feel like there's something here, but you just can't put your finger on it. Sleek, you search over this with your magic senses and your regular senses, and you're very confident that there's nothing here of value other than the skeleton without a skull. Uma, what you up to?
Just hanging out.
Okay. Uma, give me a history check. You kind of just are gazing upon this mural and wondering, wonder what that's about. I wonder if they had bacon before this scene. Or a turkey leg. I could go for a turkey leg. Yeah, you don't really know, but you assume that there was probably turkey legs involved.
Totally believe it.
No.
Alright. Did we get a layout of it one after the other? 2 special keys, not the plates can see. Yep, there it is. Alright.
And there is script at the top that you, by a quick scan of the languages you guys put in, cannot read.
Plates.
2 special keys are needed. Press not the plates. Conceded. Stone need not be heated. Beyond lies the defeated. And again, the description here is a stone wall depicting a scene of a dragon facing off against a female champion and her party. There are 2 pressure plates in the wall, 12 feet apart.
Do I recognize the dragon?
Recognize dragon. Okay. Give me a history check. You also get your +3 because of your conic sorcery, and I'll give you advantage because you've specifically been sent to this plane or volunteered to root out this kind of information.
20.
Okay, so 20. Yes, actually. You know that this is a depiction of a time more than a century ago. This is, now you heard this story from either your father or your father's attendants or his library. So it's the perspective of dragonkind, not necessarily the mortal plane. But this was a dragon known as Azdraka. It was a green dragon from more than a century ago, and it was terrorizing the high road and became a huge problem for Neverwinter of that time. You don't know the name that's associated with this female champion, but you do recall that there were, as part of this, there was someone sent from Neverwinter that challenged this dragon, and it kind of came out to a draw. Of course, that was after the dragon annihilated prey many, many years over the road, so draw might be a strong word.
It says the stone need not be heated. So maybe we don't need a key. Maybe we just push the things.
Let's give it a shot then.
It says press not the plates conceited. Conceited means arrogant or full of yourself. So let's
look down.
Yeah, maybe press not the plates conceited. Don't do it conceited.
What does that mean?
Maybe bowing or kneeling. I have a pretty decent wisdom. Can I make a wisdom check to check if I'm on the right track?
Well, there's no skill to tell you if you've got the right idea of a riddle. So you can try it.
How high up are those plates? I know they're 12 feet apart, but how high up are they?
They're easy pressing range, although I have to think about what that means for some of the smaller folk. We'll say they're 3 feet up.
But they're 12 feet apart.
Correct.
Well, you may be onto something, because if they're 3 feet high, then that means if like a human being had taken a knee, they could still reach it pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna say kneel down, try it. What's the worst that could happen?
All right.
Umo, try it. Take a knee, and you guys push it at the same time. Maybe. Fuji, run.
Okay. So what y'all are doing?
Sure.
Umo, what are you doing?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So as you're pressing these pressure plates, you notice that there's kind of like a give as you push. It pushes against you, but just in such a way that that, like, if you pulled your finger back, it would come back out and rest where it was. It goes about an inch before your fingers stop, and you're on your knees. Are you looking up at the door, or are you looking down or straight?
Down.
Yeah, I'd be looking down too, bro.
Okay. The two of you don't see this, but everybody else within viewing of the door does. There is a like a blue glowing number that appears on the chest of the dragon as soon as both buttons are pressed. 10, 9, 8. As you continue to hold it, the two of you don't notice that this is going on.
All right, let go. I say let go.
Everybody yelled, "Let's get out of here!" and haul us
so-
up the stairs.
Says stone need not be heated.
Oh, the stone may not be heated. Yeah, hold it.
6.
Hold it. Just don't release it. That's good.
5.
That's
Ryan,
good.
what are you
That's
doing?
I guess I'll hold it down.
Okay, Umo, what are you doing?
Hodor!
Hold the door.
All right. When it reaches 4, it starts flashing a little bit. 3, 2. Is that where everybody's standing?
Yep. That's where I am.
Yeah, I'm heading for the exit.
1, 0, and the door disappears. You notice as it goes from stone to transparent to non-existent.
Sweet.
I
All
probably
right.
would have face planted.
Anything happen?
Door's gone.
It worked. You were right. Good call. Boop. What happened to the map?
No, we are in a new plane. We have vanished.
We're in the astral sea.
Susan, I'll let you get rid of the door, because
We all got teleported.
yeah, that's what happens when, 1, I get involved on the map layer, and 2, there's 2 people doing it. So I'll just stay out of there. No good can come of this. Okay, so the door dissolves. You all are able to make it past it. Or not, the thing is still there or not. There is more of this yellow light in this space. Orion, it's as you get there that you are able to see further. I'll give you that. And you see this yellow ball of light. And then as you walk closer, it starts to move into the wall. You have a chance to do something if you want. It's over. Hang on. It's over here.
I will try to run, jump, and pounce on it.
Okay.
That seems about it for a tabaxi.
Alright. So, yeah. Give me. I'm assuming that means an attack roll, or you're trying to grapple it?
Sure, grapple it.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and give me. What is that? Athletics? Yeah.
Also very cat-like.
Okay. It seems to just kind of go through your outstretched hands. You kind of get the sense that, like, this wasn't because you did, eat your Wheaties this morning. It more felt like you would have needed something to capture the importance about you in order to catch this before it goes away. But you do get an op attack on it, so it's running away from you. And if you want, you can do initiative.
Alright, let's also whip out the dagger and try to slash it.
Yeah, and the rest of you can kind of file in, running in as this happens. We can say you guys can be further in if you want to be. But that's not going to hit, and it's going to keep going as it tries to go through the wall. But it's not going to make it, and we're going to do initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, I have advantage. Sorry. Do it again. 11. God. Second my initiative rolls one day.
Alright. Sleek, give me a dexterity save at advantage. Okay. With a 16, you, as you're running into the room and you take a right, you find another familiar pit trap. However, you're going to be able to take half damage. Give me a D6 to find out how many spikes are down there. And okay, just one. So this will be 1d6, and you're gonna half it. Okay, so just 1 damage. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna assume everybody's in turn order. Descending. And for convenience of me, I'm going to the rest of the room.
Okay, looks like I'm first, so I'll go around the corner to just there. And I'm going to throw a knife at it.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'll use the secondary attack then. I'll summon knives in each hand.
Alright, you still have temp HP, Sleek. And go ahead and give us those rolls.
That's the first one.
Okay. Your psychic blade will dissipate against the cop.
And that's the second one.
That one will hit. Okay, you got an adjacent ally. So yeah, you're gonna carve this thing up pretty good. It's immediately in a... Check real quick. Yep. Yep. So it's looking pretty bad. So that was your action, your bonus action, and movement. Good. All right. This thing looks a little upset. It's going to go and attack you. 17 for 3 lightning.
That will hit me.
Okay. And that's all it does. Ops, you're up.
Alright, I don't know what's going on, right? I just hear until there's a fight.
You notice that there's pulsing light, and you heard the shout of pouncing. We'll say that you know that there's someone up there. Your team, right?
I can move through these guys. It's not difficult terrain pushing through these party members?
You can move through an ally, but I believe it costs double movement. Someone correct me if that's wrong.
That is correct.
That's correct, as long as the hallway's not wide enough for us. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I can only get here. Great. All right.
Yeah, but we'll say you can peek around the corner. You have a line of sight on this. It's just you're kind of leaning
And
it
what do I
across
see
rows to
there?
do it.
What do I see there?
Looks like a floating orb of yellow light. It is tiny, but it is giving off a luminescent radiance. Okay.
I don't know.
It's definitely hurt. So we're gonna do a wisdom save here. So it's gonna fail. It's going to take damage. You notice as it flares with light that it seems to not take full damage from your blow, but it definitely does take damage. Anything else?
No.
All right. Umo, you're up.
I get 40 feet of movement, so if I do a double move, I can get to everybody, right?
Yeah, I also think that the bear might be a small creature, but
It's
I think
small.
moving,
The bear is small.
but moving through another creature, I don't know if that's still difficult terrain. So,
You would still take all of your one movement to get to the other side of Rohis.
1, 2, 3.
The full 80?
No, full 40.
I was gonna do a double move
Yeah.
to try to get further up.
15, 20.
Since I'm still small, he can share my space, correct?
He can't end
No.
there. He can step
Yeah.
in and then move back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can go
Oh.
through him. He can't go.
Go
yeah.
through me. Okay.
Can I get here
You'll need to.
with a double 80 move?
Yeah, you will have to vault the pit trap.
What about right
It's a
here?
pit trap? Where's the pit trap?
Sleek fell into a pit trap at the start of combat.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I can do an athletics check to go over it?
You can.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Athletics check to jump over sleep.
Yep. Well, you make it with flying colors. So yeah, you're able to dash anywhere into the north side of this. Perfect.
That's the third net 20 I got tonight.
We just have somebody's got like a special ball of magic that we hand around the game. Yeah, every now and again.
That's it.
It's like having the talking stick on the net.
Royce, you're up.
No, Hested's before.
I think Hested's
Yeah.
something. I think
Hested.
his advantage rolled a little higher number with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, Hested, you're up. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Okay.
No, I think it's got a pretty good armor class, so I'm not gonna use sharpshooter. So just take a shot. First shot.
Okay.
21.
Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit, and you're doing what is?
8, 11.
Did you hunters mark it? Did I miss that part?
Nope, I did not mark it because I'm concentrating on the bear right now.
Right. Okay. So you hit it for 8 damage, and yeah, it explodes. You notice that the light it was giving off completely goes out, and you are now invisible.
Nice. I will for my move action because I feel like we're not done yet.
No, you are.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, as that creature was unable to get away from Orion with a pounce, startled it too much from being able to get away, it gave you guys the opportunity to knock it out.
Is that a sword and something? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a little bit of cost doodle.
Nice.
Let me read you what you're seeing in here.
Throw you a rope, Sleek. Help you get out of that pit. Are you all right?
Oh, hey, Sleek.
Everybody like stepped on him to get over the pit.
Yeah, sorry. Nice.
That a dragon figurine?
So what you see in this room, there are 2 sarcophagi in the alcoves, very familiar, to the left and right. Let's see. There's a plate on the one on the right, or the one by Sleek, that says, "The Loyal Lady Alagandar," and no one's by the other one. And then to the north of that space, there is bones of a dragon, which Orion knows is Azdraka. It's a huge dragon, so the bones here are of proportional size. What you're seeing is a altar of sorts and a skull. That skull is not proportionate to the size. I just didn't want to doodle that big. And you actually kind of in the earth here. There's a couple of bones There's a couple of bones, just 2. It looks like ribs, but they're so massive that they could be taken as pillars. They're kind of embedded in the earthen wall there. And inside, or resting on top, or lodged inside the skull, you notice the hilt and half a blade embedded in the skull.
I think we found it.
Only half a blade? Climb up there to get a better look at it.
Yep. Give me a perception or investigation.
Let's do...
Okay. It looks like half a blade because the rest is embedded in the actual skull and possibly the altar. So you are looking at a sword in the stone scenario.
Hey, you don't deserve this. I'm gonna try to pull it out of the skull.
Hang on, Orion. Let's let Sarah's take a look. Make sure it's not gonna blow up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It's a corpse.
Yep. Yeah, and it was a sarcophagus before. Let's just be careful.
Okay. Orion, are you... So, there. So you hear your name, you run up, you do an investigation. Orion, are you pausing?
I'm pausing with a hand on the hilt.
Okay.
What sort of sword is it? Is it a rapier? Is it a long sword? Is it a great sword?
With the perception check that Orion did earlier, the fact that you cannot see the full length of the blade, it's impossible.
Complex hilt like a rapier would have, right? Like it doesn't have like a cage or anything else.
You can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Sayers, you are not getting much on your investigation in terms of. Well, what are you actually looking for? I assumed it was traps. You're not
it was traps.
Yeah, you're not finding a trap.
Okay.
Pulling it out.
I'll let him know. Don't see any traps.
Pulling it out.
Okay. Well, no, that's easy enough for you to pull it out. Yeah. So you pull it out. It's going to stay on the map there, but yeah, you're able to pull it out. It. Looking at the length of it, and you're a medium-sized creature. Looks like a longsword. It looks like it's in good shape. Rohis, at this point, your belt loop starts kind of like vibrating. You're getting like a pager sensation, and then all of you are hearing a shrill metal scraping sound, which you are familiar and accustomed to the warning of the Rapier of Warning, and you guys are immediately going into combat.
Everyone, on your guards.
I'm gonna give Umo Vigilant Blessing. Touch him.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Oops.
So moving forward, that's something you do ahead of time. But yeah, not a problem because we've never made that
Okay,
clarification.
well then I won't do it.
No, it's fine. We said moving forward. The rule is always in your favor unless it's crazy overpowered, and then we'll figure it out moving forward. So tie goes to the player. Plus, that's fun. Everybody should be able to like dismantle my plans at least. So they're. Okay, so let's see. And right, Susan, can you? Well, hold on.
It's already on initiative.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
Give me a second. All right, sort it for me. You don't mind?
Yep.
Sorry, and thank you. The intern. Okay. At the top of the round.
I was gonna say, you ready?
Yep.
Hey, Orion, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Oof.
You get slammed.
By what?
Something you can't see.
Well, the defeated was in here by the outside the door.
But you get the feeling that it came from from the direction of the skull that you just pulled the sword out of.
Okay. So there's that. Ops, you're up.
All right. So what am I seeing here?
Well, that depends.
Yeah.
You saw Orion pull the blade out. You saw him get kind of knocked over pretty hard. What kind of senses do you have?
What kind of senses do I have?
Yeah. I'm assuming it's dark vision.
In other words, can you see invisible things?
See invisible things?
Do you have tremor sense? You probably don't. I'm just gonna say you probably don't.
Oh.
So you don't see anything. You just saw Ryan get hit
hard.
So
Yeah,
could
hard.
I try to? Because I don't want to. I don't want to act on you telling me that it's invisible for my next action. You know what I mean? It's like Could I perceive that? I
You-
thought, or could it have
So
been like some
because
force
this
that
is
did that?
part of your subclass, you would immediately. It's probably the first thought you would think. It's fine. You can
Also-
act on that knowledge.
Also, you guys are aware of the sort of warning that lets you know about invisible things.
Yeah, you know you're
I
being
just-
attacked, and it's fine
I
for you to
didn't
have that
wanna-
meta knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't want to be too meta, so.
No, but
No,
since
you're
you
fine.
guys
It's
have
part of
that-
your subclass.
Well, yeah, and you also have that weapon that specifically lets you know about invisible things within your party. So,
And so it made some kind of indication.
it did.
Then I will do that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ops. You cast this spell. Some divine energy settles on your eyes, and you are able to see a creature hovering south of Orion.
South of Orion.
Yep, directly south.
Right there.
The rest of you do not.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks like, well, to you, it looks like kind of this ethereal, ever-shifting presence. No face, no humanoid limbs, but shadow and wind wrapped into one essence. That's the best I can describe it for you.
Okay. So,
You can, yeah. Anything else on your turn? You see this?
yeah, I'm going to. I see it. I'm going to run up to it.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell the party where it is, and I'm going to be essentially pointing at it with my holy symbol. One.
Okay. So what do you say to the party?
I tell them, the unseen enemy is here. That's all I say. It's
All right.
here. That's it.
Okay. With that, all right. It's at this point that from the walls, you see light emerge.
Darn.
What was that? I didn't catch that.
Light.
Yep. From the walls, there's a surge of light in this space as three floating orbs come back into this space. Let's see. We'll do odds as ops. Nope. It's going against Umo there. So that's not gonna hit. This is against Rohis. And this is against Sleek. And that's what they do.
Had advantage, it would hit. But
Yeah, I just always have it toggled so I don't have to do anything crazy. They don't have any. It's the actual advantage. So you are good to go, Rohis.
I'm imagining the light popped into the room, so
Oh yeah, this is
we're
well lit.
pitch black in here, so we can see Ested again. Okay. Yeah, bonus action. I'm gonna say enflamme, and my blade's gonna burst into light and blind everybody for half a second. And I'm gonna take 2 attacks at this first light. That is right in front of me.
Yep.
I don't know if the damage this thing can take, but yeah, I know, right? The whole room just lit up. You've been waiting all night for that one.
I have.
Yeah.
I really have.
Alright, that's miss.
And try a second swipe.
That's a hit. And let's see. So yeah, with your second attack, you carve into this thing. You do notice that part of your attack does not seem to be as effective as your, particularly the fire.
Gotcha. All right. To know. That will be my turn. It was a bonus action to ignite my.
Yes, in this case it was because you wanted to.
Yeah, no, it was. That's all. Yeah.
But it is bloodied. There it goes. All right, Umo, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna rage up. Umo battle! And go for the green light. I'm gonna sidestep 2.
Yeah.
And take 2 swings.
Well, that first hit's definitely going to connect. And you instantly bring it down into bloodied range, and your second one's going to obliterate it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Me and Susan driving at the same time. You're good, thanks, Susan. Alright, so anything else? I mean, you literally destroyed the equivalent of Tinkerbell there, so.
I'm just gonna sit there and drool on myself.
Okay.
It's kind of a tight spot.
Hested, you're up.
Yeah, Ops is still pointing at the thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna
move with it when I see it.
I'm gonna just put like a pattern, like in the center of it, and try to hit it, and I'm at disadvantage. So this is a taste of my own medicine. First one at disadvantage is a 20. Second one, it's a 20. Second one is a 22.
Okay.
Third one,
Those are both going to hit, I believe.
21 on the third
Because
one.
you know the space to attack, so even though it's at disadvantage, you got a high enough hit to kind of get through some of that.
And he basically just creates a triangular pattern of arrows. The last one is going to get an extra d8. So the last one gets an extra 6 damage.
Okay.
12, 20, 29, 35 points total to it. I'm going to provoke its react. Nope, I'm going to stay where I'm at. The bear will come in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I reach around the corner and smack this guy?
Sorry, you're trying to...
Smack the one on Sleek from the bear.
Oh, with the bear.
Mom bear.
Gotcha. Let's see. There is a pit trap between you and it.
Can I stand
I'll
here
give
and
it to you at... It's a tiny creature, and it's kind of not floating anywhere near you, but I'll give you at disadvantage.
The bear is also small.
Grid map, it works fine, so I'm sure.
I realize it's a little weird, so.
Yeah, you haven't got to do anything with it. It's fine.
Rawr, small. 8 piercing.
Yeah. So you, your bear chomps down on it. You do notice that. Well, hold on.
It's not magical, so.
Yeah, you do notice it doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping it would.
Yeah, that's alright. Rawr.
Alright, Sleek, you're up. Magic Rage. What flavor of barbarian will you be today?
Neapolitan.
An intangible spirit which looks like a flump or a pixie, your choice, appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice you can see within 30 feet of you. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes. Each creature within 5 feet must succeed in a dex save or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use the spirit or the effect again, summoning another spirit on each of your turns. Alright, so is it a flump or is it a pixie?
I think it looked like a dragon when you used it on.
Ah, but I wanted it to be a flump. Flumps are adorable.
I just say flump.
Okay.
Dragon flump.
Dragon flump.
All right. So you have the ability to place a bomb somewhere. There is not a space currently adjacent to an enemy that you would not also hit an. But if you want to place it somewhere and explode it, you certainly can. Although you got to get consent if you're going to hit a friend. What else are you doing?
Next to mine, I think.
Yeah, but that would hit you, so you got to...
I can take it. I am good with that.
He can hit me, I'm raging, so I get half.
Yeah, for the record, for everybody, I always ask, 'cause I don't like PvP, so...
I appreciate it. I would be good with that, so if you want to.
Right. So we'll say that there's a dragon lump right here. And that'll be at the end of your turn. So go ahead and do what else you're doing, Sleep. And I'll do a dex save for it, because it's inevitable. Alright, well, it's going to make the save. And Rohis, you'll have to do one as well, to avoid the lump explosion. That 20 will definitely hit. And...
Can I use Danger Sense?
Well, you're not getting hit.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He pinged on top of the coffer, and you're out. So both of those attacks hits, and with that, plus your magical thing, you absolutely explode this. Then the thing detonates. What is the save for your explosion thing? Rohis, you also make it as well. There's not a half for damage, so that's it. Ryan, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna look in the direction that Ops is pointing, and that Heston was shooting at, and try to breathe out a big old chromatic orb at 3rd level. And I was still at disadvantage, so...
Okay.
Deep breath. Hope for the best.
Okay, that, I believe, will connect. Give me a second here. Yeah, that'll connect. I'm assuming it's ice?
Yep.
And it's a higher level cast. Okay, yeah. The air in front of you is disrupted. And Sleek, you notice that, like, your friend's about to throw a condensed icicle at you, but it kind of slows as it gets closer to you and impacts something unseen in front of you. Anything else around?
I will quicken spell and follow that up with a ray of frost.
Okay.
Just pile on the damage.
All right. Any movement across the altar?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Sayers, you're up.
I'll summon a knife in my main hand to throw, and then as a bonus action, one in my offhand to throw. And again, I'm going to throw it where basically Ops is pointing at.
Okay, yep. So disadvantage.
That's the first one.
Okay, those will both hit.
Well,
Now-
that's a disadvantage.
That's the first attack.
Okay,
18,
it'll
I guess.
still hit. Yep, your 18 will hit. I'm not sure if you can sneak attack something you can't see, but I'm gonna say you can, and I'll look it up later.
Oh, he had
So,
disadvantage.
16 damage.
So I think he has disadvantage, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to sneak attack it.
Yeah, well, you get it because I don't know the rule, and I'll look it up later. We just want to keep, combat moving. So 8 psychic and 8 physical.
That's the bonus action.
Okay, so your bonus is gonna fail. That 10's not enough.
Okay.
But yeah, put some good damage on it. You think?
And that will be it. I won't move.
All right. It is this creature's turn. Ops, you are focusing on it, keeping your eye on it, making very obvious physical gestures with your body as this thing moves.
Right. This is true.
It sees that you know it, but it still goes after Orion.
bonus.
Well, it has advantage because it's unseen.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual attack is
It's the
the
second
20.
one.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have toggled that on too.
That's alright. I meant to when I switched it over. So that is 20 to hit you, Orion.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for the Stalker?
It will take a second attack. Again at Orion. Before... And I will tell Ops if it moves.
Ooh, that's fun. Yep. So Ops should get some whispers.
Alright.
And it is Ops' turn.
Okay. So for now, I will be. Now, I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
I have a spell that I can move that's a 5-foot radius. If I move it, does it cause damage to everybody in its path?
So you're talking about Moonbeam?
Yeah.
It's
Okay, so it's a 5-foot radius, which is a 10 feet diameter. It's where the damage is
yeah, that's
taken
right.
when the creature starts their... And you can summon
Okay,
it
yeah,
on top of each
I
other.
forgot.
So the real question is, can you summon it inside a space 8 feet tall?
Right. I don't think that's gonna work. So I will cast Sorry, I'm reading some note. Sneaking. Well, I'll just cast Bless. I'm gonna upcast it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get 5 people with that, 5 party members. So it'll be Orion, Hested, Sayers, I guess Sleek and Umo. They're all right up.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
There's no room in here for my snake.
That's
I'm
right.
frustrated with that.
I think the snakes
Yeah,
had a lot of fun. That's probably going to be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, my bonus action is nothing, so I'm done.
Okay. I'll give you this chance to do something if you want to. Are you telling your friends that this thing moved?
Yes, I am pointing at it still. It is up here above the altar. Is above altar.
There you
Over
go.
the head.
Oh, that was nice of you, Cause.
Well, I didn't. Yeah.
I know, that was nice of you.
Did you hear that, everybody? I'm nice. All right.
It's been recorded and everything.
Uh-huh.
I did say that I was pointing at it the whole.
You absolutely did.
I know.
Yeah.
You just didn't tell him it moved.
Yep. You
Oh,
did
okay.
great. I just wanted an opportunity to be praised.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh.
My fragile ego needs it. All right. So there's only one of these things left. Rohis, you're the only one. So it's gonna go. Meh. All right. It's only an 11, which doesn't hit you. You're up.
You missed, so I will try and return the favor. Take 2 swings.
Yeah, you can miss it too.
I'll try. I'm pretty good at it tonight.
Yep. That first strike's not gonna connect, and that second one is also not going to connect.
Sorry, I was rolled on the wrong one. Sorry, that was my bonus. Ignore it. So no damage. I clicked the wrong one.
So your flame tongue is, and it does have a +1. So we'll say that was a 12 and a 17, which hit. And then so you still have an offhand. So, boy. Okay, give me a second. Don't roll anything else. 12.
Well, no, he was just doing his offhand first, is what it amounted to.
Yeah, I made a mistake on doing the bonus hand first. So ignore
Right.
the 18. I missed with my bonus action, and then my main attack action will be the 19. Make the math easier.
All right. Sure. Whatever. All right. That 19 will barely connect. But yeah, it absolutely does. You notice that the back part doesn't do as much damage, but you do carve into it.
I'll try a
and-
second attack with my main hand then.
Okay. Yep, that's not gonna work.
Jeez.
Umo, you're up.
I see my dear Rohi's falter a little bit, and I take 2 swings.
Okay. Yep, and you exploded on the first one. There is no longer light in spirit. Well, the flame
no,
flame is on,
bro,
so
he
never mind.
said there's plenty of light.
The sun is on.
Right.
So you still have you only used one of your attacks there, Umo. You might be a little disappointed. There's nothing else to bash.
So I take 1 hit, it blows up, and then I'm still sitting there, like raging. And I don't move. That's my turn.
Okay.
So Ops is pretty tall, so I'm gonna basically like put my firing shoulder underneath his extended finger and use it as like underneath the extended holy symbol, and just like fire 2 arrows down the line of that and hope.
Okay.
Let's see here. Boop. Disadvantage and just normal shots. First shot is a 13, probably misses. Second shot is a 20.
That'll connect.
All right, I'm gonna add a D4 to it. I'm not gonna add a D4 to it. I like my bear. My bear can stay up. My bear will move 5, 10, 15, 20. No, 5, 10, 20, and he'll hang out there. And that's my whole my turn. 11 piercing damage to it.
Okay. Sleek, you're up. Since you all know where it is, and probably will for the rest of the combat, should we just put the token on their lair, Susan?
I mean, we can.
Up to you. Let's see. So Sleek is up. Sleek is working on it.
Everybody knows it's fully, completely lit in here.
I was gonna say, we're all getting a suntan at the moment.
Combat is so lit.
While you're waiting for Sleek, this is what it actually looks like.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay. Sleek,
Oh, awesome.
there's only 2 spaces here that you could put a bomb, and they require consent from Hested and Sayre. Okay, so Hested and Sayre's. You want to get exploded?
I don't
It's a
care.
deck save, and if you make it, there's no damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a good dexterity. I'll take my chances.
Okay. You have blessed too, so there's probably a pretty good chance.
Yeah,
So,
20. What is that?
so it's a deck save. So it's
Oh,
gonna
shit.
nail it.
I forgot my bless on my last attack.
Yes, do not forget bless.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks.
Roll a d4 on your 13.
14.
You hit.
Did it really?
You did.
No, it did damage. It did 12%.
Yep. Let's see. Ops, you notice that this creature, it looks like it's severely reduced in volume.
Right. It is getting smaller.
Take a word for it.
Alright, so for your bomb, go ahead and roll damage. And if you're doing any ranged attacks, okay, so 1 point of damage. Okay, it takes 1 point of damage. If you assume. Psychic shout. Okay, so you're getting up and you're belching on the altar. Absolutely, you can do this. So it needs to do a dex save. So here it is. We'll use Susan's. Oh, well now I feel bad. We'll use mine. Roll in the favor of the player. Alright, so... Oh, but that still passes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it half damage though, maybe? Failed save, successful save, half damage. Okay, so it's half damage. So go ahead and roll some damage. Okay, not a lot of damage. But you felt like you did 2 damage. Alright. If there's nothing else, Orion, you're up.
Alright, well, if I know it's behind me and on the altar, then I'm just gonna take a big, deep breath, look in the direction of the dragon altar, and... Actually, DC 16.
Okay. So it will make...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna stay out of your business.
Nope, go ahead.
Oh boy. Yay! Alright, so how much damage did it take? 13. That was a good roll. Let's see. Yeah, alright, so you absolutely cover this altar in icicles. This is kind of like you graffiti tagging something at this Rhymes Finding Ice. And after it's over, you notice that the air, the space, no longer seems to be disturbed. Ops, you're the only one that can really see it. You see this creature kind of just fade away. And Orion, you are left with this sword in your hand. Looks like it's in pretty good shape.
I'll toss a potion of healing to Orion.
Thank you. Is that 2d4 plus 2? I forget what the potions.
There's a macro for that.
And this is for Orion also. I would reach over, touch him.
Thank you. I'm gonna get a closer look at this sword now. I'm not being hit.
All right. It's a the handle is functional first, but you can tell that there's embellishments. The blade looks still sharp, and there's not really signs of decay on this blade. It is sized as a sword, and there is some embellishment at the base of the blade, where the hilt, that has an etching of a dragon on it.
Given my history, would I know what type of weapon this could be without metaing it?
Sure. Give me a history check. You get your +3. Because this is dragon related.
24.
Yeah. You know that this is a weapon specifically built and crafted to end dragonkind.
It's a dragon slaying sword.
Whether it still retains the magic, you're not really able to tell on a history check.
Sure.
Oh.
It was forged to slay dragons.
That should go to a swordsman.
My dad would hate something like this. I'd hop down off the altar. Hey, Ops, do you have any incense?
Incense?
Yeah.
Is it necessary for?
Do you need it for something?
No, I don't know if that's something I would carry as a spell.
It's not a spell comparison. Like, do you have just any incense in your inventory?
I don't. It doesn't say any. I do have some potpourri and a little nosegay.
How about some candles?
What are you
Rob
trying?
Set this on fire.
What are you trying to do?
Rohis, do you have incense?
Oh no, I may have some old spice that I picked up at one of the trading routes.
Challenge accepted. Kill the owl next time. He can't bring it back.
How about a candle?
I actually have one of those
Well,
because
it says
burglar packs
familiar.
have everything in them.
It says
The
familiar
owl has been pretty well
materials.
behaved in combat. Hasn't been targeted.
Like, is incense part of the familiar
Incense
materials?
is part of the familiar
Yeah.
materials. Yes.
Okay, and then I do have that. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. I just put on my sheet familiar materials, and I have one.
Right. I may have.
It's the only. That's one of the only things that it specifically gets used for, like on a regular basis. So,
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bad for shortcutting my my
notes.
inventory
I
sheet.
know, right?
I didn't want to. I didn't want to list. I got a little bit of this.
All right. What do you intend to do? Like,
I'm lighting the altar.
all right. Well, we have to decide who's going to use that thing.
Is it definitely a sword? I mean, I can use most weapons, but if
Not
I'm
me.
pretty
It's
well.
a long.
Honestly, the closest I think is probably sleek. Oh,
So,
sleek or
for
roll.
the purposes of me, you finding out what this is specifically, we will do that at end of session, because there are some qualities of this that are at this point unknown to your characters. Without a short rest or identify spell, but you can continue that discussion. But it may not necessarily be a sword.
It's a dragon slaying weapon.
It is that,
All right.
but you don't know if it's active.
Right. So yeah, candle, incense. Anyone?
Do not know why you are doing the incense thing on the altar of a beast that we just killed.
Because it's a dragon, it deserves my respect.
That's fair. I don't have any. Sorry.
I will. I can give you a little bit of my incense, but use what I have. It is all good.
I have that, so I can give you one of those.
Thank you. I'm gonna look at this sword, and even touching this thing makes me feel unclean. I'm gonna hold it out to, I guess, Rohis. Here, you take it.
Yeah, it is. I'll test. Bringing it around a little bit. It is a fine weapon. Very well balanced. In the right hands. It's maybe very useful.
I don't want to touch it. I already feel unclean. I'm gonna start laying the candles or incense, whatever I was given, around the altar, and lighting them.
Hey, while all this is going on, I'll pull up my medium-sized armor, change back to Zoran, and then put the small race-size armor back in my bag of holding.
Yep, easy enough for you to do. Let's see, Orion, you are able to siphon off some incense from what you are presented with from Rohis without decreasing it significantly enough that it would interfere with his ability to cast his summon. By putting it together with a candle, you can kind of have a little ritual if you'd like. Anybody doing anything else as this happens?
Have we
Rages and
checked out?
pluses have faded.
We checked out these other two sarcophagi. Knowing, are these maybe the champions that defeated the dragon, do you think?
Could be. Someone's breathing right into our mic.
Craig,
Yes.
your mic is hot.
Was I saying something?
No, but I'm feeling really excited.
Is there anything written on the sarcophagi I'm standing next to? The pearls or anything?
Yeah, so that is the one that says, Lady Alagandar of Neverwinter. And it has a little blurb there about her loyalty to Neverwinter.
Wonder if maybe this is the resting place of the elven lady we saw on the door when we came in.
I think so.
Can I do a history check since I'm actually from Neverwinter?
Yeah, you can. It's a big city, but yeah, especially you get advantage because of your information now. Okay. So this location is known in Neverwinter. It's not a tourist location because from above and outside it's just a raised hill. But it is a location known to you as a tomb where a green dragon was fought and felled. Not only was the dragon buried on site, but the champions that did battle with the dragon as well. However, this story is so old that the version that you heard said that it was just Lady Alagandar and other nobles paid for the rights to be buried a century ago.
Well, the Thieves' Gold has quite the library. I'll just share that with everyone, saying, I've heard of this woman and this incident, and share what has just been described.
Well, maybe we can put her sword to use again. And soon. What else did our friend outside want us to do? Wasn't there another thing we wanted us to help us with, or was this it? Or...
He wanted to clear the spirits that we ran into outside, maybe? They were chasing off the locals.
Well, let's head back up.
Sounds good to me.
You guys go ahead. I'll catch up.
Careful.
I'll do a quick salute and pay homage to Lady Alondra. Thank you for this gift. May we put it to good use again. I'm not jumping the hole. I'm going to go around because.
Okay, so Orion and Rohis are kind of hanging back to finish up respectful thought and a bit of incense. Orion, you're able to have a moment of quiet and solitude to kind of do this. We'll say you started this while everybody was kind of spectating, and then they got bored and walked out.
I quietly wait for him. I will not just leave him alone. I will be quietly by the door as he does his thing.
Gotcha. And you've also got a bear hanging out. Let's see.
Oh, bear coming.
Oh, bear's coming. Okay.
Wait, Orion is playing his lute right there?
Quietly, yeah.
I'm gonna run all the way back where you're at and give you a copper and then run away.
Rohis, as you kind of got to where the riddle wall was, and then you turned back, finding the sign wasn't with you, your weapon starts singing.
If Orion, we are still in danger here, and Ops, go warn the others.
As you are kind of behind the rest of your group, it says the 4 of you, assuming Ops is staying behind based on his token placement, come back out. Move you guys over there.
Mm-hmm.
And Ops as well. So it looks like he might be out here. Okay. Sorry, all of us are moving in at the same time. Yeah, so you guys climb out here. You guys are able to get that warning out. But yeah. You are looking around and you hear a familiar chattering sound. Green flames that are wrapped around skulls that you're familiar with rise once again from the ground.
Ryan, we need to go. There is trouble.
Where are they coming from?
Orion doesn't know.
I don't know if my sword tells me the direction necessarily.
I gave it to you, 1, because you got like close enough to the opening for it to go up and sense it.
Okay.
But I'm not giving you a direction.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because it only works within 30 feet of me.
You know that it sung when you got to the circle hallway, and it stopped as you went back to go warn Orion.
Gotcha. Perfect. Yep.
So, it looks like these things are back. So everybody roll initiative. I will also tell you that they look heartier. They look kind of insanely laughing, but also angry. The flame has built up a lot more. And your DM might have reviewed the stat block. They were more powerful. Yeah. Apparently, I forgot to check the resistances column. So yeah,
Cannot
here they are.
Cannot buy.
Everybody, even if you're inside, for those of you inside, regardless of you, I'm just gonna say, go ahead and roll your initiative, and you'll be 1 round before you'll be in the combat. I'm not gonna make you guys dash through the territory. Let's see. We got. All right. I am going to assume that nobody wants a break. And then rather to start. But if we want a break, we can do that.
I'm good. If we're just pushing the last half hour, I'm good.
Yeah, I can make it to midnight.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna assume everybody's in. All right. Sayers, you're up.
Okay, I'll move back here. Summon a psychic knife in each hand, but hold my action until one of these things comes within sneak attack range, and then I'll throw both of them.
Okay. So you know that you can hold an action. So you'll only be able to throw 1.
Oh, okay.
That's just how held actions work. All right, so you have a held action. Keep in mind that your bless has faded. Orion, you spend your turn if you want to. You hear the alarm of combat, and you hear mad cackling echoing down. You can join if you'd like.
I'll try to follow it, I guess. So that's 25, 30, that's movement.
Okay, I'm not going to make you do movement inside the tomb. You can just be on the top as your turn. It's like a full dash.
You where?
You can be above the tomb, like where the rest of the party is.
Oh, okay.
So that'll just be your turn. You can be in the stairwell if you'd like, cover. So it's up to you.
Where's the stairwell?
It's on this level. It's here. On this level, it's fine. You just tell me if you broke the surface or if you're still down there. I'll assume that if you're on this, the basement mat, that you're taking some cover.
Yeah, I'll take cover.
You'll be 5 feet away from being up there. So, if that's your turn, these guys go. You hear some cackling, and yeah. So you're gonna get bombarded here. There's a mad surging cackle as purple unleashes a ball of fire on the group. The others are going to magic missile. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move this over. 2, 3. All right, so magic missile at Sleek. Then another one at. Let's see, what do we roll? Oh gosh, things are happening. This one's also at Sleek. And one more. Wow, did that really happen? Okay. So all of these went to Sleek. Keep in mind that these are times 3 because there's 3 missiles. And that's their turn. They are still floating 20 feet up. Sleek, you're up.
Who got hit with the fireball?
Everybody.
All of us. Oh, my bear.
Yep, everybody that's up there.
I guess I better do my deck save then. Okay.
And I'm not checking you guys as you guys do.
What's
You're
the
good for it.
save?
For the fireball, the fireball is a deck
13.
save.
Oops. He didn't need a con save. I'm sorry.
13
But what's
is
the number?
Is the DC you're looking for.
13.
I'm down.
So it's half.
Yep.
Half damage.
Yep.
Make it.
20 for save or 40 for no save.
I got 1 shot. Yay.
Hold on though, Sayers. What did you roll?
And 11.
Okay.
So some of you still have temp HP, maybe.
Yeah, I still had 10.
Some might still have 11.
I had 2 left, so that I would
left.
still each at 35 then.
Gotcha. Okay. Just remind everybody. Let's see. Sleek took a ton of magic missiles and things, so I'm gonna assume that you're caught up with your damage standing. So Sleek, it is your turn. Yep, and barbarians, you have your danger sense, like that. Magic Rage, okay, yep. Sleek's bar is underneath.
4.
There's why you can't see it.
Can't see. Okay.
Okay, so 4 is force weapon. Okay.
Okay, I don't know that you've had this one. Maybe you have. Is it Force Axe? Yeah, you have. So, all right. So, all right. Show us what else you got, Sleek. So Force Axe gives you a range of 20 feet, is what I'm understanding.
And it gains the light and thrown properties. Yep.
Okay, so it's not range, she's throwing it.
He's throwing it.
Does it return? Oh, it does return.
It
Cool.
does.
Oh, wow. Barbarian. Magic
Horse
stuff.
hammer.
Okay, and Reckless, so you even, without the non-existent bless, you're definitely gonna connect here. Yeah, absolutely. And this is all magic-y damage, so you're good. And you get a second attack there, I believe. Okay. If you want to crit fish, because you used Reckless on the first strike, I think. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Alright, well, that'll connect. Yeah, I know how it works. I saw you roll advantage on the first one. I thought that meant. But it doesn't matter. All of that hits. Good job, Sleek. Your barbarian is doing strange things again. Ops, you're up.
All right.
You get a downstairs.
Six of us, the ones that are up here, up to 6 of us, each get 7 hit points.
Okay. +7 to everybody up here.
Thank you.
And I will. I guess there's one right here, purple.
Yep.
Will.
Purple, in fact, looks spiritually bloody. Okay, we'll get a dex save here.
That's an act. That other thing was a bonus.
Okay. Something I also forgot to mention. This thing has magic resistance, but you carve through it. It hisses at your radiant damage. It looks very injured by this. Anything else? Was your bonus action
That's it.
and your
That's
action?
my action and my bonus action. A cantrip and a.
Are you moving? Or are you staying together?
Yeah, but I will separate myself a little bit from the rest.
All right.
Just so I'm not in a line.
Okay. Hested.
Crew's over here. We'll use his last spell slot to, because his bear is dead, to Hunter's Mark this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to do my thing. First shot, I'll try sharpshooters. These guys can shield themselves. No, just normal. First shot is a 20. And then I gotta add my Hunter's Mark back in.
Oops. Susan, did we do the radiant damage on purple?
No.
Okay, so -10 there.
So, additional 17 on the first shot.
Okay. Quick question: what damage is what type?
Piercing, longbow +1 piercing. It's magical, and then the Hunter's Mark is extra piercing damage.
Okay, so this was one of the things I forgot to notice last time. You strike through here, but you notice that your arrow doesn't do as much damage as you expect.
Yeah, it's probably resistant to piercing. So, it is magic though. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
Yes, good call.
Yeah,
that's been taken into account.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's probably the only reason you're able to do damage.
All right, well, let's try sharpshooter. If I can. So
I was wondering. Oh,
12 isn't enough. 12 isn't enough, and then another shot. Does a 15 hit? No, a 19 hit.
Okay, so you get a 19 here.
Yeah, the second shot missed.
Right.
And so that's an additional 7 damage on top of all that because it's the third shot in the first turn. So okay. 29, 34 on the third shot. In half is 17, 16.
That'll bring it down.
All right, boom.
Yeah, you shoot the jaw back off it.
Good.
All right. Umo, you're up.
I'll try the question real quick.
I have a question.
I was just wondering how far above ground your flame skull's flying.
20 feet.
20, all right. Thank you.
I thought of another thing that
I rage up.
Okay.
And fling a javelin.
All right, that'll definitely hit. Who are you aiming at, Feller? Probably the one closest to
Yellow.
All right. Is it a regular javelin?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's not silvered?
Probably not. I wouldn't know anyway.
All right. Yeah, you'll connect. The rage damage isn't applied to a prone attack. Is that correct?
Oh.
All our barbarians? You can keep it toggled on because it's a pain to turn. Okay. All right. Yep, I knew Coop would know. All right, cool. So it's... You notice it doesn't take as much damage as you're expecting.
He throws it really angrily.
Yeah.
Angrily, yeah. And then, just for good measure, I'll throw them.
Okay. Okay, that'll connect. and do pretty good half damage. All right. Any movement? Or are you good?
It's up in the air, so I'm staying.
Okay. Rohis, you're up.
Well, I think it takes this round for me to pop up through the hole. You'll just see like this bright light come and up the staircase.
Right. Okay. So you make it to the top of the staircase. You can put your token on this map, or if you're staying in the basement area, then you can stay down there. So that's your full turn.
If I would pop up, where do you want me to pop up? Like I don't know where.
Yeah, 5 feet within that spike. So where you're at, or to the left.
Probably, if I see there's already corners taken, I'll take the.
Yeah, that's good.
And I'll just look around and assess. I don't think I can do anything else.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That was your turn to run up. All right. Sayers, you are on the ground but breathing.
Okay. But I can't sneak attack, so my damage output's way down. I'll
Can you do careful aim yet? Or is that level 5?
Level 3. It's level 3.
I don't have that as my type of rogue.
No, it's all right. So let me real quick. Careful aim is a Tasha's feature. It's an additional option. So after I say this, someone can correct me if I'm.
Yeah, all
you
rogues.
use your bonus action and your movement. You can get advantage on a strike.
Yeah, every rogue
If you
gets
do that, then you'll get sneak attack.
Oh, I never even heard of this before.
So Orion, you were saying, because I interrupted you. Sorry.
I was saying that all rogues get that. It's an optional class feature.
Yeah, it's new to Tasha's. So, if you would like to use your bonus action and your movement to gain advantage on a throw, you can.
I will do that.
Okay.
And I'll throw a knife at this one.
Okay, let's see it. Yep, so roll again to crit fish.
Close.
Yeah, close.
Close.
And give us damage. This is all psychic damage. Well, I guess the sneak attack. If you sneak attack with a psychic, kind of
The same.
damage.
It's the same damage type.
Yep.
I'll have to look up that.
Yep. It does.
It would all be psychic.
Really? Okay, cool.
Whatever weapon you're using is the damage type.
15. Okay. So yeah, you definitely punch some of the fire out on this thing. Yeah. Now, because you use your bonus action for your careful thing, you don't need your second throw-in.
Yep.
But yeah, so you're good, and Ryan, you're up.
And if I'm coming out of the stairwell, where am I going to be at exactly?
You can start your turn as if you're in the space south of stairs. Start there.
Okay. South of stairs. All right. Guess I'll just target the. I'll go here. I'll target the green and blue skulls. And I will twin cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay.
So this will be towards the green.
All right, that's green, and go ahead and roll blue. You you have to go into on the first page. You know when you're doing character creation, Sayers?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after the session, but you have to enable optional. Oh, you know what? It's under class. You have to go to the 3rd tab, which is class, under optional, and toggle it
Feature
on.
manager.
Yep. But we'll
Okay,
talk more
that's
after.
it.
Why must my name begin with other words?
Okay, and what type of damage is this?
Gold.
Ice. Okay, so I'm going to give you a history check. Roll me a history check. You're looking for a 10. Okay.
I will ask you that then. Oh, come on.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Do you want to
My
pause
rolls
it?
tonight.
Yeah, let me buy one real quick. Let me see.
Okay, well, for the sake of this, roll it now, and then you can purchase it later. Just because we've got like 4 or 5 minutes left on it. Okay. You twin your spell, and it crashes into these guys, and the frost energy dissipates entirely. And it's only at this moment that you recall on your previous encounter, you also flung a cold chromatic orb, and that it did no damage. Alright, it is their turn. They are going to, let's see. Oh, everybody's out here. So 1, 2, so 7. Alright, 2, 5, 6. Alright, there's going to be a bombardment of magic missiles. From green and blue. So let's do 2 here. Do a D8. Are you kidding me? Alright, well that's sleek. Alright. Sorry. I mean, these are open rolls. I'm going across the front.
Wow, that's
Left to
wild
right.
magic, and then just
Well,
attracting
damage.
Alright, let's see. Are you kidding? Wow.
Oh, man.
It's because he
This
was
is-
showing off with the magic specialty stuff.
I
You
know,
got
You
it.
remember
counted
those?
what? I think you counted right to left the first time and left to right the other direction.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Wow. Alright. And the other one is going to, the one that hasn't hit yet, is going to use Fireball that he doesn't get to use in Combat 1. But he just saw Hested someone down, so he's going to throw a Fireball squarely on him. So there's that. Alright, sleep.
Where does this fireball hit and who affect?
Just Hested.
Just have to.
It's the don't know.
They are not like master strategists. They are cackling mad skulls that may or may not have once been heroes. Alright. Bonus action, Dragon Infusion. Okay. Get an extra D4. And Susan, stop me when we get to Sayers.
Okay.
Okay, lightning. Yep. And you got Crazy Reach and Lightning now. You have Force and Lightning and Range, and you're the most terrifying Dragonborn Barbarian I've ever.
You were saying?
Yep. That sounds about right. Okay. So the fire is actually lightning. And okay, so you notice that the lightning isn't as effective as the slashing is actually force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's as effective as you wanted it. And yeah, you carve a good chunk of flame out of this leak. And yep. All right. And I think, unfortunately for me, you have a second attack. Okay. As you go to do that, you notice that he shimmers in this blue target shimmers with arcane energy, and a blow that you thought would hit does not. Okay. It had a second burst of defensive go in the struggle, and you can do the same. Go ahead and pop it. Alright, so that's a 3 plus a 15.
18.
So that is exactly what you needed. So on second effort, you're able to force through. The lightning damage is halved, force damage goes all the way through. And this thing now looks bloodied. Alright, and I think that was everything. And Sleek is bloodied as well. Ops, you're up.
Okay, first I would cast Sacred Flame upon this one. Now that is radiant damage.
It is radiant damage, yeah. You noticed the last time that you did that it was effective. So we'll give this dex save here real quick. It does have advantage on this, but it doesn't matter as the light blinds it. Yep.
Great, and then I will, for bonus action. This is all I can do, but I force Sleek.
Okay. 8 healing to Sleep. Hested, you're up.
Yeah. That hurt. Which one shot me?
That was yellow.
Awesome. He's my next
cackling at you.
I'm gonna aim and fire at him. Bonus action, put Hunter's Mark on him. 21. Hit. So, and then another 3. So 24 and so 12 and 15. 27 damage to that one.
Okay, so all of that damage is halved.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But it all connects.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you doing the math for me. Poor Susan. Yeah, okay. You notice that after some pluses and minuses that you've made a very effective attack here despite the limitations.
I'm going to try to use this dragon to discover to give me a little bonus on my reflex save if I can make it roll.
Okay. We'll find out if that's useful.
Mm-hmm.
Magic missiles.
Yeah, no, it won't be useful at all for that.
Umo, you're up.
Oh man, one more javelin at yellow light.
Okay, that's gonna connect.
And he's still flying, right? He's still in the air.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Do you have another javelin?
Oh yeah, 3. I thought, did they give you 3 or 4?
You start with 5.
Oh.
Yeah, but you used some before and you didn't go pick them up.
I'm gonna
say that you have javelin. Throw more javelins.
Okay, I'll throw another.
It's a javelin fire sale. Okay. You don't have bless anymore, so that won't come out.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, it's only 1 minute long.
Okay, that's it.
So we're gonna finish up Rohis' turn and then call it a night at the top of the round. So Rohis, what are you doing?
So I'm going. They're flying. I cannot get to them. Hit Orion. I said I will try to distract him, and I will look at green and him with this. Do an intelligence save.
Oh, okay. So you're. Let's see, Mind Sliver. Psychic.
Green.
Okay. And that's an int save. Alright, looks like he passes it.
He definitely made it. But I will, yeah, I'll rush up to Sleek to give him aid in case he needs it on his next.
Okay. Alright, and with that, you guys are squaring off against the remnants of the heroes, or the nobles. You're not sure which rumor is true. And we'll pick that up next week.
Cool.
Right.
So with that, we've come to the end of our session for today. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out here within DMS Adventures Tavern, where adventure really is always on the menu. we will pick back up next week from this same spot. But just a reminder, we do have our Eberron Oracle of War campaign on Friday and our Strix 7 College of Chaos adventure on Saturday. And we will be raiding out to J Luna as this week, in case anybody was unaware. I know I posted it within our Discord, but this week is the tabletop appreciation week for Extra Life, and so we will be having extra things going on for Extra Life this weekend, and so we're gonna raid out to J Luna, is one of our local Extra Life gamers. So we're going to go ahead and start that raid right now, but thank you so much for hanging out here within DMS Adventurers Tavern. We hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys.